Alright, TRW. By the edge of the sword, Valles Dunes, Battle of 1047. We have finished phases A and B, have turn 2 here. Now we're going to go to phase C for initiative. I already rolled 2d6 for each side. They both rolled 9, but again, I'm adding none for the Franco-Norman side because they have no army commander. And I'm adding Guy's bonus of 2 to the Rebel Baron Army side for 11. Difference is 2. The difference of 2 means that the winning side, the Guy here, the Rebel Baron Army gets to activate the leader of their choice. Then we pick up with the ascending order as normal. Not for tactical reasons, but I guess for rules reasons, I want to go ahead and choose and try to get his name. Le Dentu. There. I'm going to activate his banner. We're going to move. Oh, they would move at the end of the turn anyways. So let's see. So we move in command units. That's only the unit he has. So they're discouraged. Oh, they're au repos, so I'm not going to move them anyways. I want them to recover from fatigue, so that they stay. There are no melees or anything like that. So then we finish off with movement of out of command units. So here we have half of the movement. So what I'm getting at is what... Wow, this is going to be quite dangerous. Of course, again, tactically, you wouldn't do this, but let's see. Tactically, you wouldn't do this, okay, but I'm going to talk about, let's talk about this unit here. Let's talk about this unit. Oh no, wait. There's more to do. Let's talk about this unit first. They're fatigued. They have a movement allowance of 3, but I'm having it and rounding up to 2. They want to move here. They just want to move like that. All right. That is leaving the front hex of an enemy unit. It's actually both of these enemy units. So a unit or leader located in one of the front hexes of an enemy unit must spend 1 extra movement point to leave the hex, in addition to any cost for changing facing if necessary. He doesn't have to. So it's 1. Actually, he's going up 1 level, but for... Wow, that's too much as well. So that'd be 1 for the clear, 1 for going up the level, another 1 for the clear, and another 1 for leaving the enemy hex. Can't do that. Alright, so in that case only, he's going to change facing, which I guess would be, I guess that would be 1 for changing face, 1 for, wait, you're not leaving the, a change of facing in the front hex of an enemy unit costs 2 movement points per hex side. Oh, I think that's it. I don't think that's terrain independent. That would be 2. Change 1 hex side. Wow, for 2, which is his halved movement allowance. Let's talk about this unit over here. If they change facing, that would use up all their movement allowance. Wow, this is really... So I guess they would actually do the same thing. So that at least they can't be outflanked by these units. I guess they're going to do the same thing. So being out of command means they only have half of their movement allowance to work with, which is significant. Being in the enemy's front hex means that their movement is significantly impinged. So you put that all together, you're very limited in movement, being out of command and in, well, adjacent to the enemy. Okay. Huh. That is that. Now Luden 2 is done. So now we pick up our ascending order. Raul is part of the mix. So we have a 1 leader. We have a 1, 2, 3 on the Franco-Norman side. Then we have a 1, 3, 2. Well, that's it. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we go to the ones, and to break the tie, we go to this side with the lowest army bonus. Of course, Franco-Normans have none. So does that mean that Raul has to activate? It's not a choice, but they're not in the battle yet. So does that mean that they're just automatically done? I think so. That's what I remember reading, but I'll do a quick check here. What happens when they are in the battle, or I'm sorry, out of the battle. So when his turn to activate comes, the Franco-Norman player cannot move, combat, or fire. Basically, he passes. Neither player may voluntarily. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. So it's kind of a mandatory pass, so to speak, but it still counts for everything. So then we come over here to the rebel 1 commander over here. That's this guy right here. Just great pieces. Was that Grimult? Something like that. Alright, so now we're going to do his activation over there. Movement of in-command units. Everyone's in command. Actually, they're not. They're not going to move. So then we go to, I think, active fire, but he doesn't have any ranged units. Then we go to, I think, declare melees. So I think it's like that. He's gonna melee, and he's going to melee here. So we have 2 melees. We'll go through here. I guess we'll do this one first. Grimult has a bonus of 1. Bonus of 1. There is no defensive fire or anything. Just go ahead and do my combat roll first. See how close we are. 0. All right, that is, but that's not a success or failure. That's an actual. That means that this is going to be probably pretty bad for Grimult there in his CH unit. So let's see what we got here. So strength is 1 to 1. Which oddly enough is a +1. I saw that mentioned on Consum World forums. That's something that doesn't, I don't know. I have to think about that one every time. It's CH against CH, which is nothing. Again, well, no, wait. It's 6 quality to 5 quality for another +1. I think he needs all the pluses he needs here. It's not a charge. The commander has 1. Grimult there. So we're up to +3. Terrain, I don't think is just straightforward. Nothing special about the terrain. There's no orientation bonus. The defender's fatigued, but that's already factored into the lower qualities there. Lower lower values there. Let's see. Is that it? I guess that is it. All right, so for a total of 3, look on the here, 1 to 3. All right, so the defender is going to be fatigued. Oh, he's already fatigued. I don't think anything happens. I'll double check. I don't think anything happens. And the attacker has to retreat. So we know he just goes back 1. That's easy. What happens to a already fatigued? I think it's just nothing, but I do want to make sure. It's 11. Rule section 11. Yeah, so a fatigued unit which suffers a further fatigue result remains fatigued or no additional effect. Okay, so I think that's it. Just a simple retreat there. Over here. Alright, what do we got? We have HA. Oh, HA against MI is going to be a +2. Oh, let me do my roll. Wow. Bad luck for the Rebel Barons here. So we have +2 for the type comparison. HA against MI. We have 2 against 2, which is 1 to 1, which is +1 for strength, for the strength ratio comparison. Quality 4 against 4 is nothing. Neither side is discouraged. No orientation difference, no leader, no terrain difference, no terrain modifier, I mean. So I think it's just a 4. Then we go to a 4. No effect on the defender. Oh, no effect on the attacker. Just a straight null result. And then guess that's it. That is it for Grimold. Then we go to the 2s. We have 2 and 2. 2, yeah. So we have William and is it Nail over here. So again, we have a tie. So we go to the side with the lower command bonus. So it's going to be William there. All right, so we have a William's banner here. Activations, movement of the leader and in command units. That's all of them actually. I think the MI unit here is going to join his brother over here. So he's moving forward 1. That I think he's paying 1 extra to leave the front hex of this unit. The CH unit is not in the front hex of any enemy unit actually. So I think he's going to change facing for 1. And he's going to go 2. Is not charging. All right, let's do that. Ranged fire by active units. Again, he has an archer unit, but he doesn't have a valid target. Now we go to declaration of melees. William's going to melee here, so that CH unit can melee there. And these guys will melee. These 2 MI units will come together to melee that HA unit. So there we go. Now we do. There's no defensive fire. There's no defensive fire because none of the defenders are ranged fire units. It's an HA unit, and a fatigued CH unit there. Okay. Resolution melees in any order desired by the player. Let's do Guillaume here first. William. Right away, this is good. His CH unit has a quality of 7. That's great. And Guillaume himself has a bonus of 3. That's nice. Renouf only has a bonus of 1. Which, by the way, I should capture these right now. That right away is a difference of Right away is a difference of 2, so right away Guillaume has that advantage. I'll do my combat roll. Very average 5. So we have CH against CH, no difference. Strength 1 to 1, but that is a +1 to the Franco-Norman side there. Terrain is not a factor. Orientation is not a factor. Neither side is discouraged. That's it. So total of 8. That makes a difference. So it would have been 5 there, but we moved up to the higher line there with a modified 8. So the defender is fatigued, which they're already fatigued, so that's not going to matter. And then they're going to retreat. So we go like that. I guess they still go back 1. But no, they don't have to. They're just moving away from the local combat. I guess they go like that, I think. And then the attacker, just an obligatory advance. Yep, that. Let's do this melee over here. Here we have CH against HA. Well, here. Oof. 2. All right. So first, CH against HA is +1. Like that. Strength 1 against 2. That's 0. Quality 5 against 4 is +1. There's no orientation difference, no discouragement. So I guess that's it. So 4, no effect, no effect. Null effect. And then this melee here. Alright, now we have something a little different. But let's do our combat roll first. 0. Hey, alright. So MI against HA is not so good. That's -2. That's not so good. -2. Strength is 4 against 2 is 2 to 1. Well, that's not bad. That cancels that. Quality is 4, 4, 4. No difference. Terrain, not an issue. Neither side's discouraged. So let's talk about... Oh. That's it. They already had their benefit by adding their strength. No, that's it. So it is 0. Defender have no effect. Attackers are fatigued and retreated. Alright. That's that.